Alright, so that seems to be going well. So, hey everybody, welcome back. Augie here. So, last time, we had a lot of feelings, and we finished Brian's arc, and we got the good ending. That being said, I'm noticing here on the screen, actually, that his face is now popping in. And so, I don't know what that means. Or is, like, his picture is now colored in. I'm trying to say something to my own chat. It's not letting me. Why is it not letting me? I feel like you should be able to type in your own chat. Maybe. Share a link. Let's do that. Let's tweet it out. Boop-a-da-boo. Alrighty. Let's hear. How's volume sound? It's a little quiet on my end. Let me actually turn it up on my end a little bit. Okay. Let's get an idea. How is the volume sound? Sounds good. Okay. Alrighty. So that looks good. Cool. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and get started then. Alrighty. So we had a lot of fun with Brian last time. Oh, at the fair and stuff. That being said, let's. Okay. So, question. Does this go to the, like, continue date screen, or does this go to something else? I mean, obviously I've got the endings there, which is fine. But now, again, I don't know how this game works at all, so. Is that just gonna go straight to the ending? It's thinking. Okay, so it's just the credits again. Okay. So is there a way for me to skip past this? So again, I just did this last time. Anybody who's popping in, I don't know how to... Like, which save file am I supposed to go to get back to the daddies? And then there was me and Amanda, and awesomeness was happening. Okay. And then there was that, and me and Brian went really well last time. Okay, so now... How do I go back to the Choose Your Dad Venture? Choose Your Own Dad Venture comic strip. Okay. I guess I have to go like back to our earlier save? Is that what that means? Maybe? Okay. So, let's see here. I guess... Let's see here, I guess this would put me here. Then, because before I jump into third date with Brian. Okay. So do I want to be at that screen, or do I want to be at the one before? Let me check my dates on here. I think I want to be at this one? I'm not completely sure, actually.
Welcome. You've got that.
Alright, that's a good start. Alright, so Brian and I hit it off last time, and things went well. Now, I think it's time to get a little more mysterious. Maybe we'll get doubly mysterious. I like that idea too. Let's see how things go. So, for the sake of recording this, I'll definitely try and record the date as it goes through. Epilogue, I've got my first ending, so I'm not sure how much it changes. Okay, let us save and continue. Let's go on our third date with Mr. Damien Blood March. Ever since we had that picnic in the graveyard, Damien and I have been spending a lot of time together. We go on nighttime strolls pretty regularly. He was so impressed with the first letter I wrote him that he insisted that we only communicate by post instead of Dadbook. I initially protested, but he gave me one of his old signet rings to use as a seal for my letters. I couldn't say no. Hanging out with Goth Dad again? Please, Amanda, you know his name. And yes, be honest with me here, Pops. Is he actually a vampire? Because I remember you inviting him into our household at one time, and I've seen The Lost Boys. And I honestly would have preferred trying to see if he could have walked through the threshold of our home under his own power. Yes, Amanda, I have become Damien's familiar. I am compelled under his curse. I'm sorry, sweetie. Oh, turn into a bat! I don't think... What's the point of being a vampire if you can't turn into a bat? Okay, fine, I'm off. Are you taking the car, are you driving, or are you flying off into the night on the leathery wings of a bat? One of those. While I'm out, can you throw away the garlic bread that's in the freezer so I don't die? That would be great. I'm keeping it there as insurance. You understand, right? That's my girl. Damien and I walk along the water's edge, chatting. His cape, cloak. He hates it when I call it a cape. Damien's cloak flutters behind him in the breeze. This is gonna seem like a silly question, but why do goths wear black? Gothic subculture has always been associated with death, and so it would make sense that the style surrounding it would be greatly influenced by mourning. Interestingly, though, was that in the Victorian era, Queen Victoria herself mourned the death of her husband for 10 whole years, wearing black for the rest of her life. If that's not goth, I don't know what is. Another question. Go ahead. How are you so comfortable with death? You mentioned in the graveyard that it helps you appreciate life or something. I've experienced several losses over the course of my life, and I truly believe that the only manageable way to cope with it is to accept that death is a part of living. It is the single universal truth for everyone, every human who has ever lived. I'm going to die, you are going to die, and life carries on without us. Doesn't that make you scared? Not at all. With the advances of science, death was everywhere in the Victorian era, and yet funerals were major social functions. Victorians were obsessed with mementos of loved ones, even going so far to take elaborately staged photographs of dead relatives. The minutiae of mourning was so complex that there were set periods of grieving that were deemed acceptable based on who in your life had passed. Now we don't have any of that. If you lose someone, you end up feeling lost yourself because we have no modern equivalent of those formalities. We need to allow ourselves time to grieve, to feel that loss, not to let it consume us. So no, I am not afraid of death. It is a waste to spend your life dreading its end. The time we have here is brief and fleeting and occasionally cruel, but it is at all times precious. To stare death in the face and to live despite that, I think, is a noble existence. Let us save the mourning for the dead. Wow. That is beautiful. Wow, it's very elegantly put. I can see the moonlight in the bay glint off of his eyes, and he smiles. We turn to the harbor and watch ships pass, breathing in the salty air. Maybe Joseph's on one of those boats. I look to Damien again, but can't help but be entranced by his charm and mystery. I find everything about him so fascinating. I lean in closer, closing my eyes as I do so. I'm so sorry, I have to take this. Damien steps away from me to enter his phone. Oh, I hope it's not Lucian. After speaking in hushed tones... That's not hushed at all. After speaking in hushed tones for a few minutes, Damien returns to me. Everything okay? There's an emergency. Lucian? No, but I must take my leave. Oh, okay. Anything I can do to help? Dads do have to stick together, yes? You know it. Then come, there is not time to waste. Okay. After a short drive in silence, we arrive at a run-down building on the outskirts of town. Where are we? It's better if I just show you. I push the heavy door open and find myself in a dimly lit waiting room. The few rickety chairs line the walls, and there doesn't seem to be anyone at the front desk. There are a few paintings and pictures on the wall, but they're so nondescript. I still don't know what kind of place this is. Wait here for a moment, I'll be back. Damien walks off down a corridor, his boot heels echoing through the halls of this seemingly empty building. Alright, I see dog kennels. I see a dog fence. This is telling me this is some kind of veterinarian's office? Distant howls echo from some place I can't see, and there's a faint scratching sound like claws on tile. I peek down the hall and find stall after stall of scared-looking dogs. A few of them notice me and skitter up to the chain-link fence, sticking their noses through to sniff at the air. Is this, like, the pound? Uh-oh, did one of Robert's dogs get caught at the pound or something? What have I gotten into? Suddenly the lights go off and I panic, unsure of where I am or how I can get out. I stumble through the darkness, my breathing heavier and heavier. Damien? The lights turn back on. Oh. Hey, sailor. Mary! I was not expecting to see you here. What are you doing here?
Come on.
You aren't here for the fight club? I don't want to get punched in the face. Oh, great, because this is an animal shelter. What? We take care of stray animals, and then people adopt the stray animals. Didn't you see the pets when you walked in? Sorry, I didn't really expect to see you volunteering at an animal shelter. Wow. Okay, kid, way to put me in a box. Dames, you hear this baloney? Just, one moment. Thunder cracks and a door bursts open. Appearing from the shadows, I see Damien. Oh, he has to work. Oh, he's like everybody's favorite Best Buy employee. Hey. He looks completely different. No cloak, no clothing, no makeup. I wasn't planning to share this side of me until later, but I am not as goth as you think. I'm a systems administrator for the IT department of a realty company. It's like, well, I know you've talked about computer stuff before, dude, so this isn't like completely out of the blue, but I wear tennis shoes to work and I listen to Bruce Springsteen. I enjoy going to the hardware store and looking for storage solutions. And yet I volunteer at the animal shelter in my spare time. I'm boring. I'm fascinated with Victorian history and goth lifestyle, that is true. It's just not all that I am, and you need to know that. I hate to kill this moment here, but there's been some pressing business that needs attending to. Right, it's Duchess Cordelia. Again? Who? She's one of the pups. She gets that all the time. She somehow learned how to open doors, and now she is unstoppable. When did she get out? This morning. I went to go sing sea shanties to the cats, and when I came back, she had already bolted. I have to stay here with the pets, so I need you two to go find her. Of course. Where could she be? She always ends up running off to the same places. Here, let me draw you a map. Mary scribbles on the back of her pet adoption form. She's smart and ruthless, even. You need to stay on your toes and get her back down by sundown, or else, she turns into a werewolf and starts eating people. What? Charlie. You're a perfect little peach, Charlie. We just don't want her to be stuck outside when it's cold. Oh. I'll grab some treats and we can hit the road. Damien and I look over the map that Mary created. Oh man, we're going on an adventure with Damien. Oh man, I'm Nerd's house. Oh, hey, this is actually... Oh. Actually, this is... I'm a little confused by some of this stuff. Mario Batali. I'm looking at this map. I'm Mario Batali. Kale is Craig. Coffee AM is Matt. Nerd's house must be me. Mary's sick. Pad. Nobody would call your house. Smalls is, I'm gonna guess that's Robert. Dames. Hart. Other Nerd's house. I would take that as Hugo's. Okay, I feel like a derp right now. Am I missing somebody? Oh, duh. Okay. Okay, so Dames. Oh, Damien. Oh, I am an idiot. Oh, Dames is Damien in disguise. Whoa. And then other Nerd's house, that's probably Hugo. Alright, so there's the Bayside, the ocean, or whatever. There's a map. She's got her... If she doesn't have her east and west figured out by now, Mary, I can't help you much. Coffee spoon, softball field, Mary's map. You really don't have to signature it like that. At least you're not other Nerd's house. Looks like you're moving up in the pecking order. Congrats, kiddo. Where should we head first? Oh, I don't know. Let's see here. Where would a little doggy like to go? A little doggy would like to go to the Bayside. We were just there. Weren't we just there? Well, Damien and I exit the parking lot and start driving up towards town. I look over at him. He seems concerned. It shouldn't be too hard to find Duchess. She's a big pup. Mary wasn't kidding when she said that dog was smart. One time she correctly guessed the winner of the Kentucky Derby. It was a really great year for Bark, Bark, Bark. I don't know. What do you think our odds are, Charlie? This will be easy. Gotta stay positive. I bet. Oh, no, you gotta stay positive. My dad once said, Charlie, you can't shove raisins up your nose. And that hurt my feelings, and I was discouraged. But I kept a positive attitude. And you know what? Eventually I made it happen. Ew. It might have landed me in the ER and forced me to have 10 golden raisins removed from my nasal cavity. But on that day, I learned that anything is possible if you have a good attitude and also abnormally large nostrils. Young children are resilient, I suppose. Yeah, young children. I was 16. Let's just hope for the best. We got this. We got this. We arrived back at Bayside. Just like old times, huh? I remember it as if it were yesterday. I mean, earlier today. What do you think? Any sign of the pooch? None yet, although who knows if she made it onto any of these ships. Oh, the Duchess would do that? I wouldn't put it past her to know how to navigate in rough seas without a compass. She is very smart. Pops? Damien and I turned to see my daughter. Amanda, what are you doing here? Did you think I just stayed inside all day on the couch and watched TV? I mean, okay, what are you doing? I'm heading home to go veg on the couch and watch some TV. I had to get a burrito first. Young miss, have you seen a dog around here? Oh, yeah. I saw a Pomeranian with a bow around its neck, and I saw a big old Doberman named Henry, and there was a stroller full of Yorkies and a Greyhound and a Golden Retriever. Did you see a Mastiff anywhere? No dice. I definitely would have remembered that. I gotta run, though. This burrito has about 10 minutes before the cheese breaks down the molecular structure of tortilla and makes it soggy. You understand. I do. Of course. I'll have a lovely evening, Miss Shepherd. Oh, that was useless. Well, let's try the softball. Let's try softball field. Big open spaces, lots of things to dig and poop. We drive to the softball field. Craig's team is practicing. I wonder if any of the kids saw something. Craig spots us and jogs over. Softball slung over his shoulder. Hey, bros, what's up? Craig, you wouldn't have happened to see a dog around here, would you? One escaped from the animal shelter, and we're trying to locate her. I don't think so. Maybe one of the girls saw something. Girls! Hi, Amanda's dad. Hi, Lucian's dad. We have names. Girls, have you seen any dogs around? There was a big dog here just a few minutes ago. I don't think she had an owner, but it really wanted to play. We tried to play fetch with her, but she just took the softball and ran. I think she ate it. She was a lot of dog. Here, take another softball. Might come in handy later. Many thanks, Craig. Oh, okay, so we had a sighting. Let's go to aquarium. Damien and I stopped by the aquarium. Everything looks in order here, but it might help to get out of the car and take a look. You seen anything? No dog, not even a sign. Did you know that penguins are the goths of the sea? Damien, I want to believe you so badly. Okay, that was useless. Alright, let's go to Coffee Spoon. Oh, somebody's sending me stuff. We park in front of Matt's coffee shop and walk inside. It seems like a slow day. Matt sits behind the counter reading a book. Hey, Matt! Didn't expect to see you two today. What's up? Have you seen any stray dogs around? Can't say I have. You looking for one? Can you describe them to me? Enormous? That pretty well covers it. Cool. I see. I find strays digging for food scraps in an alley in the back sometimes. I'll keep an eye out. We head back to the car. Nothing. I fear that the hours are growing short. We must make haste if we are to find the Duchess by sundown. Damien's looking more stressed out by the minute. I gotta think of something to lighten the mood. Oh no. I don't know how do I... That one. It's a bloodhound. I mean, come on. Knock, knock. I don't know where that's gonna go. How many got? No. What kind of dog does a vampire have? I would imagine it would be unwise for a vampire to take up the company of a smaller mammal for the means of companionship, so it would be too tempting to... a bloodhound. I was gonna say bloodhound. Damn it! Oh, yes. Damn it. Okay. I keep reading Damien directions from the map as we drive around town. Well, the only place left to go is the cul-de-sac. We drive through the cul-de-sac and everything seems to be pretty normal. Brian's doing some yard work. We pull into the driveway and hop out. Hey, don't step on the grass, I just mowed. Have you seen any unusual activity in the area today? Aside from your underwater lawn? Here we go. How dare you? I take my lawn care seriously. Charlie, please. You haven't seen a dog run through here, have you? Well, a few hours ago I heard Maxwell barking at something. When I came outside, my garden had been torn to shreds. It's gonna take forever to re-till the soil. That could be a dog. Raccoon. Whatever it was hungry. It ate all of my tomatoes. I am very sorry to hear about your garden. If you need assistance restoring it to its former glory, please don't hesitate to contact me. Oh, will do, buddy. Good luck finding that dog. She's probably still hungry. I wonder if she's looking for more food elsewhere. Alright, well, where would they have food? They would have food at the Coffee Spoon. Back at the Coffee Spoon. Okay. Now I feel like we've got... We head back inside the Coffee Spoon. Hey, Matt! Guys, I think I may have seen that dog you were looking for. You did? A brown mastiff? The size of a house? Yeah, I saw it digging through the trash in the back and ran away when I tried to get closer, though. Did you see where it ran in? Matt thinks. Might have been running east, I think. That pup tore through 3 pans of banana bread Kennedys. Want to take some for the road? Just in case? Sure. Matt packages up a slice. Thank you for the slice, the road slice. This is going to be so good. I think he meant to give it to you for the dog. Right. It's going to be so good for the dog to eat. Right. Okay. I feel like we're on the right track, you think? If we keep this up, we'll find the Duchess in no time. Hey, if you like dogs so much, why don't you have any? Lucian is allergic. I wouldn't put him through that. But there are still dogs in my life, so for that I'm grateful. There's about to be one more dog in your life, buddy. Splendid attitude. Let's not waste any more time. Verily. Okay, east of the Coffee Spoon. East of the Coffee Spoon is the cul-de-sac. Okay. Yeah, if it was east of the coffee, yeah. So it's got to be back to the cul-de-sac then. Alright. We arrive at the cul-de-sac to see everything looking normal except... Uh-oh. Hugo's door is wide open. She can open doors. Oh, this is classic Duchess. A telltale sign we should approach with caution. Whatever goes down in there, I've got your back. We creep up to the porch and step inside. There in the center of Hugo's living room like she owns the damn place as one of the biggest dogs I've ever seen. Woof! Or I guess I should be more apropos, like woof, woof. Well, she hasn't broken anything in here yet. Wonderful, now all I have to do is get this leash on her before she tries to escape again and gets out of here before Hugo comes home. Easy peasy. Duchess, please come here. The Duchess eyes Damien warily. As he approaches, she begins to growl. Oh, she is on her guard. We will need another plan. Let's do the treat. Hand her a dog treat. Let's do the regular treat first. I feel like the softball is a bad idea. Damien puts the treat that he brought from the shelter out of the pocket and holds it in front of the Duchess. She eyes it suspiciously and growls. She's wise to the game. I don't think this will work. Banana bread Kennedys. Yes. I reach into my pocket and pull out the slice of the banana bread that Matt gave me. Duchess sniffs in the air and hones in on the bread. Come here, girl. Nice and easy. I've got some yummy homemade vegan and possibly gluten-free banana bread, if that's what you're into. Duchess cautiously approaches me and gives the bread a good sniff before gently taking it from my hand and dropping it on the ground. You know, like dogs do, for some reason. She curls up and starts munching on the bread. Success! Damien walks up behind the Duchess and attaches the leash to her collar. She immediately notices and starts whining. It's time to go home now, Duchess. Damien gives a tug on the leash and she will not move. Duchess, what happened to our rapport? You and I used to be bosom buddies. She doesn't move. She is huge and there is no way we could even try to lift her. Well, this is a weird situation to be in. I think we're literally trespassing in our friend's house with a very large dog. What are you nerds? That's Mary. That's gotta be Mary. What are you nerds doing? Oh, it's Ernest. That's even worse. Ernest stands in the doorway with a plate of pizza rolls. We're definitely not trespassing. It looks like trespassing. Well, yeah, it just looks like that. Damien, what are we doing? Trespassing? Oh, frig. I'm doing everything terrible here. Oh, you do me in like that? The Duchess notices Ernest and starts pulling against the leash. Why is this dog in my house? It's along, and the Duchess suddenly breaks free from Damien's grip and hurtles towards Ernest. Whoa, whoa, ah! Ernest and the Duchess fall to the ground, and pizza rolls fly everywhere. This is bad. Ernest, are you okay? Ernest feeds the Duchess a pizza roll. Hey, she likes pizza rolls! Ernest sits up with the dog, keeps licking his face. Oh, hey. Hugo stands at the door looking like he's at a loss for words. Why are you guys... Whose dog? It's a long story, but it involves a large dog who knows how to open doors. Boof. Hugo, may I present to you Duchess Cordelia? How do you do? Boof. We're friends. The Duchess licks Ernest's face. Aw, she's from the local animal shelter. She got out and we've been chasing her all over town. Your house was her final stop. Dad, can we keep her? Ernest, I don't know if we're set to take care of her. Did you just call me Dad? Oh, come on, please. Look how cute she is. Hugo sighs. We have been talking about adopting a dog for a while, but you have to promise me you'll take care of her. Yeah, I'll give her all the pizza rolls that her heart desires. I suddenly remember what's on the back of this map and pull a pen out of my pocket. I got the forms ready for you, if you're interested. I'll even waive the adoption fee since we technically broke into your household. Alright, it's a deal. Wow. Hugo steps onto the porch with us and signs the form while Ernest plays with Duchess inside. He sure seems to be happy with his new friend. I know, and he called me Dad. Can you believe it? Damien places a hand on Hugo's shoulder. I certainly can. I think this will be really good for Ernest. This should teach him some responsibility. You should probably look into getting bigger locks on your doors, though. The Duchess is a wily one, but do right by her, and she'll love you two forever. Aw, thank you. And long story short, the Duchess now lives in a happy home, and neither of us were charged for breaking and entering. So, all in all, I think it was a fine day's work. Nice work, you two. Charlie, you could be a valuable asset to our team of volunteers, you know. If you ever feel like petting some puppers, hit me up. Mary, I always feel like petting puppies. Good to know. Well, I'll catch you fellas later. Mary starts to leave. And one last thing. Damien's been telling me about you. Glad he finally brought you around. Oh, yeah, Damien's my special boy. I love him. We go way back, and I got a vested interest in his health, success, and well-being. If you ever heard him, Mary, you can fill in the blanks. I gulp. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Mary leaves me alone with Damien. So, about the whole golf thing. I completely understand if you aren't interested in me anymore. What? Am I missing something here? I'm not a cool goth prince. I'm boring. I own 5 pairs of tennis shoes. I wear dumb glasses. Don't you care? He looks so nervous. Damien, do you really think I only like you because of all the goth stuff? That's all cool, but the best thing about you is how passionate you are about the things you love. History and art and fashion and dogs and storage solutions. It doesn't matter what it is. You care, and that is awesome. And also, the glasses are really cute. You don't think I'm boring at all? If you are boring, I don't want to know what that makes me. I spend too much time online shopping for flashlights. I get excited to mow my lawn on Saturdays. I get cranky about commercials being loud. I've even been thinking about making my own peanut butter. Then maybe we can be boring together. It would never be boring if it was with you. Oh! Damien suddenly closes the gap between us and pulls me into a hug. He buries his face in my shoulder. His hair smells like lavender and rosemary. I was so scared you wouldn't like me. Oh, quite the opposite. Damien pulls away and looks at me in the eyes. Without the colored contacts, his eyes are so dark and soulful. May I kiss you? Of course. I love that. He smiles slightly and leans in, giving me a gentle kiss. Damien pulls away and gives me an intense look. Do you want to, help me take care of the puppies? Yes! This sounds like a successful date. Damien and I arrive back at the cul-de-sac, our fingers intertwined. Like a proper gentleman, he walks me to my doorstep. Oh, this was lovely. Thank you for understanding. Thank you for everything. I'm very happy I can be myself around you. I'm glad, but I have one request. What is that? Can we keep sending each other letters? But of course. Damien kisses me one last time before turning around and heading home. Oh! Amanda runs back to the couch from the window as she tries to look as nonchalant as possible. Hello, Father. I was sitting here on the couch this whole time. Hi, Amanda. So, are you guys, like, starting a vampire coven together? Oh, plot twist. Mothman. Damien is actually Mothman. I didn't see it coming either. Genius! Well, whatever's happening, I'm really glad you two are happy. You deserve it, Dad. Aw, shucks. I'm gonna head to bed. Catch you in the morning? Sure thing. I make my way to my room and I fall into my bed with my heart full, excited for days to come. Oh, that's nice. I messed up on stupid jokes, though. I felt bad about that. Yeah, that was not a good date, but I think I did okay overall. Hey.
Have you considered taking part in the goth lifestyle?
I'll take a part of your lifestyle, whatever that's called. Okay, so I think that worked out pretty well. I'm not completely sure. I mean, that seemed like things ended up well. Ah, interview with the vampire. And so, that being said, I have seen this finale before. If it's the same finale, I don't know how it's different. Okay, so you actually do have the option to kind of be... Okay. What? No, I had a crab cake sandwich for lunch. That was probably it. You're allergic to shellfish. Oh, no, I forgot. Again. Dad? Oh gosh, I'm gonna be sick. What have I done? I'm kidding. You're right. I have a little surprise for you. Yeah, I can tell. You're very bad at lying. Amanda, my dear, would you join me in the kitchen? Father, it would fill my heart with glee. Alright, I think this is all the same. Oh, alright, so yes, graduation party. Mac and cheese, yes. What's here? I walk over to Mary, who's having a lively conversation with Amanda. We have a real fluffy Samoyed, Mary's Mary talking. We have a real fluffy Samoyed right now. His name is Harold, and he loves belly rubs, and he always tries to lick your face if you get too close. Mrs. Christensen, thank you so much for telling me in great detail about every single dog currently at the shelter. Please tell me about the Afghan with the 3 legs again. Sure. Quadro, we call him. It's one of our ironic nicknames. You know, if you're really interested, I could probably steal one for you. Really? No, but I could get you in to meet them all. We always could use extra hands around the shelter. And if those extra hands happen to steal a dog... I'm glad you two are able to bond over cute dogs. It warms my heart. Dad, we're having a moment. Hey, Sailor, your kid's a good egg. Where's your goth prince? Aren't you two usually attached at the hip these days? He's around. Stellar. Mary turns her attention to Amanda. It's not hard to sneak a dog into college. Trust me, I did it plenty back in the day. At one point, I had 3 cats in my dorm. I leave them to it. All of a sudden, a huge dog leaps up into my arms. Duchess! Hugo and Ernest run up to me. The Duchess gives me a face a new few broad licks and hops down. We're working on that. Got her in a disciplinary class. She's a wild spirit. She's a wild spirit who runs where she may. I don't mind at all. Looks like the 3 of you are getting along nicely. She's a valuable addition. If I hold up my homework in front of her, she'll eat it. Cool. We'll deal with that later. Duchess Cordelia spots a squirrel and darts across the yard. Ernest follows her, laughing. He's actually a lot more manageable lately too. I think taking care of the dog is good for him. Thanks for breaking into my house, I guess. Anytime. Charlie! Brian, you made it! Ha! I don't pass up on good Mac. What do you think of the party? It's not bad. Just not bad. Yeah, it's not bad. Don't let him bait you, don't let him bait you. Aw, thanks. Thank you for the lovely compliment. Sure thing, pal. Say, let me know if you ever want to get a head out on the lake. I'd be happy to pull you out of the drink again. Deep breaths. Daisy trots up. Hi, Amanda's dad. Hey, Brian's daughter. See how that feels? This is a really great party. Thank you so much for inviting us. You are very welcome, tiny child who knows how to pay a compliment. Brian and I lock eyes. This isn't over. Hey, bro. Let's see here. I think this is the same. Ice cream, 4 slices.
Hey.
Okay, Joseph.
Oh.
Okay, looks like that's good. That's done. Hugo has a plate of... Okay, so now Hugo is by himself. Cool. Oh, hey. Pew-pew. I no longer have to be afraid of you. Cool.
Oh.
Oh, here we go, Lucien. Hey, Amanda's dad. I turn up to spot Lucien walking up to me. Yeah, Lucien. Thanks for inviting me to your party. Anytime, bud. I know we had a rocky start, but I'm glad to know you. I hope you know how much your dad cares about you. Yeah. My dad's had a rough couple years, and I know that it must not have been easy for him to raise me alone. He's kind of a weird guy, but I love him, and it seems like you make him happy. So you're cool in my book. Thanks, Lucy, and that means a lot to me. Sure. Let me know if you want me to give you a stick and poke sometime. Thanks for coming by. See you around, Charlie. Alrighty. Alright, let's see here. Oh, this was the part where I yeah, don't cry. Looks like someone's waiting to talk to you. I glance over to the back of the yard where Damien is sitting on a bench beneath our cherry blossom tree, and he smiles. I'll leave you to it. Love you, Pops. Amanda runs off to join her friends. I take a seat next to Damien as the last guests make their way out of the party. Did you know that in the Victorian era they would call these benches seaty boys? What? Really? I'm kidding, Charlie, but what if? It's good to see you in your civvies again. Oh, thank you. I had a revelation the other day, Charlie, and I think it was largely due to your continued influence upon me. There was a version of myself that might have been embarrassed to show you my true form, my information technology form. But what you said about me, about how my passion was what you truly admired, that emboldened me to feel like myself, regardless of how I choose to dress and act. Instead of separate entities, they are simply different facets of myself, a three-dimensional human being with its own thoughts and wants and needs. I love dressing the way that I do, but feeling constricted by what I thought was my own personal brand made me lose sight of why I did it in the first place. To make myself happy. I place my hand on Damien's and feel a light squeeze. On looking up, I am greeted by Damien's warm smile. I'm trying to be more comfortable with who I am, rather than dwelling on who I could be to other people. I cannot stop smiling. I am so proud of him. Damien, I am so happy you've realized that you can be a dog-loving goth. Me too, Charlie, me too. I feel myself inching closer. I go to brush a lock of hair out of his face, and I'm shocked at how soft it is. How is your hair so soft? Dog shampoo. I keep running my hands through his hair as he leans closer, placing a hand on the side of my face. He strokes my cheek with his thumb. You know, public displays of affection were considered scandalous in the Victorian era. Damien pulls me in, but I think I can make an exception for you. Oh, yeah. Okay. So that was day number 2. Day number 2 went well. Awesome. And that's just gonna keep going. And the picture. Ooh. Do I get a fancy picture of Damien? What is... Oh! We're in the graveyard. Oh. Oh, we can be 6 feet underground, and I've got 6 inches for him. Whew. Oh, that's an interesting art style, too. It's like, because it's a very... I like how each daddy's gonna have, like, I guess, their own, like, different art style. That is actually really cool. I appreciate that, because, again, it gives each of them their own unique character. And so I like that a lot. That is awesome. Yay! Yay! Alright, let me see what the text was that I got like half an hour ago. Okay, so that that just finished up. Nice. And so now, yeah, you see now both Brian's and Damien's thing is illuminated, I suppose. And the gallery has both of them. Cool! Alrighty, so this game actually does keep track. That's how it keeps track of... It acknowledges that there's a previous save state, but at the same time... Okay, that was awesome. Cool, 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 cool. Okay, so... If that's the case, then... I'm gonna go back here to Dad Book. Okay.